It's that crusty psycho on YouTube with his old editor, Amber.
Hello.
This is Michael bullshitting his life, if we're being completely honest. And we're about to play a horror game together. She is on Discord. I am streaming it through my Twitch, not Twitch, Discord. So this will be fun and interesting. So Amber, how you doing?
I'm swell.
So, what brings you to MikopolisGAME? How did you start supporting me, and what are you up to?
How did I start supporting you? Well, 4 years ago is when I started supporting you, even though your channel was only made this year. We met in high school in band.
Yes, we were marching band nerds.
Yes. You basically became my brother. I mean, you still basically are my brother, you know.
Yeah, and you're basically my little sister, so it works out pretty well.
Yes, so it's... I remember you randomly called me or texted me one day after a few years of not really talking very much. And, like, just picked up where we left off, and you told me you were starting a YouTube channel, and I think it was this summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I have one college class, so I can probably edit for a little while for you,
And that's how it started.
basically.
If we're being completely honest, I was moving around shit and completely lost my Streamlabs. So, give me 1 second.
That's okay.
I have no idea where it went. I'll Google it as we talk. So, yeah, you're in college. What do you do? What do you want to go for?
Art therapy.
Tell me about it.
So, therapy, but art. No, I'm kidding. So it's, you know music therapy, and it's very common that people know what music therapy is. It's basically the same thing except for you're drawing, painting, sculpting, any art medium. You're doing any art medium to express yourself. Art is already a form of expression, but it's more so from a therapist point of view. Like, art therapists can kind of dissect that artwork and see what's the issue and talk about it, and so it's basically the same thing as therapy, but just art is incorporated, and it's, in my opinion, a lot more relaxing than regular old therapy, and it's starting to become more popular.
Oh, really?
So that's good.
I
Yeah.
know.
And it also helps. See, I want to start in a hospital because it
There it
also
is.
helps people who have brain damage or people who need help with like motor skills, like painting. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect, but it helps get that general motion back. So it helps a lot of different people, not just people with mental health issues.
Okay, do you think I need art therapy?
Um, you know,
This
4
is a
years
test of
ago I
our
would have said
friendship.
yes. 4 years ago I would have said yes, but now I think you're doing okay. In my opinion, though, everyone needs therapy, no matter
Oh,
what
yes.
kind
I
you
had
choose.
therapy throughout high school. Not high school, college. My
Yeah.
first year of college, I had a therapist. His name was, I'm not going to actually say his name. He was awesome. But he would use things that I liked to project it on my everyday, and it really helped me cope. MikopolisGAME. Go to therapy.
Yeah, everybody needs it nowadays, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, truly. Especially because of everything that's been happening.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. It's a
So,
lot to deal with.
yes. Amber, I'm going to throw you under the bus really quick.
Okay.
You want to do YouTube and streaming. Tell me about that.
Well,
You're probably like, I fucking hate you right now.
just a little bit. I'm just thinking about it, okay?
No, I think everyone should pursue the dreams, even if it doesn't go out well. If you, at least you tried it.
Yeah, okay. So when I was in middle school, just starting middle school, YouTube wasn't really a big thing.
Really, my 8th grade year, that's when Markiplier was really going up. But I guess
Not for my class. like I would talk about like YouTubers and then they'd be like, "Oh, what?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." But ever since like middle school, I wanted to become like a YouTuber or like a streamer or something because I thought it was really cool. And I just love playing video games.
Oh,
Like it's
video
really
games
relaxing.
are literally the best thing you could ever do. I honestly, everyone's like, oh, it moves closer to dementia and all that stuff. I really don't believe that. I feel like people don't have a full study of video games because I feel like our generation is the first generation to have like extreme video games.
Yes. But the reason why I'm thinking about it now is because I'm just having this sort of college existential crisis of, do I really need to choose right now when I'm 18, turning 19 soon? Do I really need to choose right now what I'm going to do for the rest of my entire
Are
life?
you trying to copy me, bitch?
Maybe I am.
I'm kidding. I always liked it when people talk to me about their dreams because I am so enthralled by dreams. I think dreams are the most amazing thing and keep people going.
Yeah.
When people are like, I don't have a dream, I'm like, yeah, you do. You just haven't figured it out yet.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
guess
do.
one of mine, that's one, and then the other is to become like some world-renowned artist.
Hey,
Because
why
the
not
reason
both?
why I know the reason why I chose art therapy was because it's the closest to art I can get without actually being like an artist, quote unquote. I mean, I would still be doing art, but like I would be known as an art therapist because it's just I've been scared my whole life because my whole life I've been doing art, but I've been scared into the mindset of, oh, artists eat their paintings, like they never make any money, they're never really successful. The only successful artists are, the ones you can remember, which is Pablo Picasso and Van Gogh. And I'm like, oh, okay, great.
No, there's a lot of.
So
I don't know a lot of artists because I'm a stupid. But I have seen a lot of artwork. Sometimes I Google artwork when I'm bored or when I'm just
look up,
sitting around doing something because I
yeah,
think
look up the Garden of Earthly Delights really quick.
the Garden of Earthly Delights. I think you told me to look this up.
Yes, I did.
I think I remember it.
You can put a picture on screen for them.
Is that copyrighted?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember this picture.
Yes.
Okay, anyone Google Garden of Earthly Delights because I don't want to get copyright striked again.
But it's honestly, the artist wants it to be viewed as one way, but in my opinion, it's viewed differently by everyone. And I think that that is a very powerful piece of work, because if you look at it on the left, that's considered the heaven panel. It's wood panels, three of them.
Yes.
In the middle is earth, and on the right is hell. There are more people in hell.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, I mean, that can be taken however people want it to be taken as, but you get what I mean.
Yes. How does the artist represent it?
It's supposed to be it's a very religious piece.
It looks very religious.
Yes.
As
So
I'm looking at it on my other screen, so sorry guys. Even though there's not even going to be a screen, I'm literally going to put the Mikopolis Mindy Maurice up here as we talk.
yeah, he wanted it to be viewed as a warning.
Really?
A literal warning, yeah. Like if you do all of these things, hell is where you're gonna end up. It's I read somewhere it's a warning about lust.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I did not take it like when I saw it at first, I did not take it as that. I did not look at it like it was a warning, so much so as that's how he thought of people.
Yes.
But it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting.
That sounds very interesting. I love how enthralled you are about art. You should do a YouTube channel about art.
I could do that as well.
Just a history of art. It's so fucking fascinating because everyone's like, oh, this piece means this. No, this actually means this, bitch.
Yeah, like
Sorry, I was
my
opening a Docu
philosophy my philosophy is that there's the artist's point of view and the viewer's point of view. And
Okay.
that may be two things, but it's at the same time many, many, many different things, because looking at some of my art pieces now, I think most of my art pieces can have two different meanings in my eyes. So for the viewer, it could have 1,000, you know?
Yes.
So I enjoy the viewer's point of view more than the artist's, to be honest. That's my opinion. Just because artists usually like have such a set picture, have such a set meaning, that they leave no room for like, well, what if, you know, this meant something else? Like it could, like, they're not very, I don't know how to explain.
So they're not opening their meanings to interpretation at all.
Yeah, I know some artists are just very dead set, and like they publish books about it, or they do interviews and tell people like, no, this is what it means and this is what it should mean to you. And I don't like that very much.
Oh, absolutely.
Because art is, yes, in the eye of the beholder, as everyone says, but you have to look at it from an outside point of view as well. Like, how is this going to be perceived to everyone else, you know?
Yes.
When I did some advanced art classes, we did critiques. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Because I was one of those artists as well. At the beginning. I was like, what do you guys think it means? And they would be stating all of this random, you know, I thought it was nonsense. I was like, it's right there. You can't see what it means.
Right.
You know, and I feel like that's how many artists are, and I've learned to not like that. You know, because I had to take a step back and be like, yes, people aren't going to like it, but people are also going to like it.
Exactly.
And you have to be okay with that. Like, you have to be okay with people perceiving it in a million different ways, because that's just how it's going to be. You know, you can't force someone into liking it, disliking it. You can't force someone into thinking one way or the other. It just has to be how they feel. Paintings,
absolutely.
Artworks make you feel something. They're supposed to make you feel something, make you think.
Yeah, I feel like that's the gist of a lot of things, though. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what is that person trying to make, and what is it trying to show to us? It's always been a huge thing in not just art, but in media in general.
Yes.
Because you see people trying to like figure out what a movie's about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just incredible to me. I think it's more interesting that more people don't know than and coming up with their own thoughts, which is amazing to me, because that just makes your imagination go, and you're trying to, and everyone takes a different step in the art.
Yeah. Wow. And I think that the art industry is so cutthroat that the industry kind of made the artists out to be that way. Because if people don't understand it, and they're not going to like it, then they're not going to get into any museums. They're not going to, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very cutthroat industry. But
it's also very corrupt, I heard.
Yeah.
Because it's like only like a select few, but I'm not going to get into that because I feel like you'll rant for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll do that in another episode. That'll be actually kind of funny. We'll do it if we ever play Ebe.
Ebe.
The RPG horror game.
Oh.
It's like all about art.
Yes.
And art coming to life. It's very interesting.
Like
cool. Well, we got to start recording Horoscope.
Yes.
That was awesome. Thank you for the interview. How uncomfortable are you by this, by the way?
Not as uncomfortable as I thought I'd be.
Yeah, it gets easier as you continue.
Yeah.
Trust me, it does.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you in the next episode. Check us out for Horoscope. That comes out on Sunday and Tuesday. Peace out. Bye.
See ya.